It just became stone, that's all. That's why it is life size. The very body, how he is standing, he just became Archavatara. Archavatara means the incarnation standing in Tirumala and gracing the whole world, whole universe, showering wealth, health, and all the spiritual benefits.
And yes, that was what the Supreme Consciousness revealed about Bhagavan Venkateshwara. And today, you will be learning some powerful cognitions. So, powerful cognitions that you will be learning is about the sacred science of our Samadhi, about Venkateshwara, and powerful cognitions about wealth and abundance, and what is blocking your wealth and how to manifest wealth. And
we will be learning all of these sciences and powerful cognitions through the four the agamas, the Kriyapada, which raises the electromagnetic force of your existence and connects you with God. The Charyapada, the lifestyle of living enlightenment, Diva, self, connecting with all dimensions of the world. The Yogapada, raising your Kundalini Shakti and connecting with Paramashiva, and the Jnanapada, bringing Paramashiva in your being and making him manifest in you.
And you will achieve all of this by listening, by internalizing, and by manifesting powerful cognitions, and ultimately by receiving the darshan and diksha of Bhagavan Venkateshwara manifesting through the Supreme Consciousness. So now let us have a small introduction of what exactly the Bhava Samadhi darshan is. So Samadhi means one with the source, and Adi means, so Sama means one and Adi means source. So Samadhi means one with the source, and Bhava means attitude or aspect. So Bhava Samadhi means being one with the source through this aspect.
So the aspect of Bhava you choose through that Bhava, being one with the source, Samadhi, is Bhava Samadhi. Knowing that this aspect, Bhava, is ultimate Adi, and being in oneness, Sama, with that is Bhava Samadhi.
And a few fundamental understandings that all of us need to have about the science of Bhava Samadhi darshan is that divine cosmic beings are real. They manifest from Kailasa, the enlightened time-space zone, through deities and incarnations. And divine cosmic beings manifest through Archavataras, deities in temples, and through Bhava Samadhi darshans in Nijavataras, incarnations.
Bhava Samadhi awakens your Kundalini Shakti, which is the latent potential energy in every human being. Awakening of the Kundalini Shakti results in extraordinary abilities expressing through us like the third eye awakening. The ability to have remote vision and the ability to scan anyone's body, levitation, teleportation, and materialization.
And this influx of superconscious energy that happens during the Bhava Samadhi darshan visibly slows down the aging process and improves immunity to disease. And with increasing levels of coherence, the whole brain comes alive, turning into a superconductor of conscious energies that heal, empower, and transform all of our lives.
Having darshan or even a glimpse brings lasting transformation and cleansing lifetimes of karma and raising you to the next level of superconscious breakthrough, like hitting the reset button on your very being.
the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, another natural phenomenon which takes place in all of us is the mirroring of neurons. So our neurons mirror that of the avatar, and the mirroring neurons activate and process all the observed movements or information of the avatar just by seeing. So that is, our entire body can silently and without movement recreate what is happening distances far away, experiencing subconscious energy radiated by the avatar. So now let's see a small introduction of who the Supreme Point of Hinduism is. The one who is giving us this pure and great science of the Bhava Samadhi. So the Supreme Point of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam, is the reviver of Kailasa, a macrocosmic, ancient, enlightened Hindu civilization and race. And the Supreme Point of Hinduism is the 1008th incarnation of Paramashiva for Hinduism, recognized by his predecessors who are enlightened masters and adepts. The Supreme Point of Hinduism has made the science of our manifestation, yoga, and temple-based life universities a lifestyle for humanity.
And the Supreme Parashakti has been ordained as the 233rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of the Kanchi Kailasa, is the incumbent emperor of the Suryavamshi Sri Samrajya, to the present 293rd Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam of the Kailasonata Shamala Pita Satyakibinam, and is the present Mahamandaleshwar of the Mahanirvana Kada, the largest apex order.
And the Supreme Point of Hinduism is the 1008th Acharya Mahamandaleshwar of the Attalakada, and the present 23rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of Dharmamukti Swarga Paramadinam, and is elected as the Supreme Point of Hinduism by a congregation of over 1,000 Hindu leaders. And
the Supreme Concept of Hinduism is revered as a teacher of Hinduism, the most prolific, most viewed, read, and watched, and has authored over 300 books, 10,000 articles in 3 languages, English, Tamil, and Sanskrit, which have been translated into 50 languages with over 1,000 titles, has over 20 million copies of books and articles sold, read, and downloaded, and has over 10,000 hours of discourses, and has enriched and enriched over 1 billion lives digitally. The Supreme Concept of Hinduism is respected as the commentator of all the sacred scriptures, including the Upanishads, the Bhagavad Gita, the Shiva Sutras, the Brahma Sutras, the Yoga Sutras, the Ashtavakra Gita, the Jain Sutras, and more.
And the Supreme Point of Hinduism is also honored as a leader of Hinduism, the most awarded, internationally recognized Hindu leader, the reviver of 108 ancient Hindu sampradayas, including the Kanyas and Vigras, Rishis and Rishikas, Bhairavas and Bhairavis and Sannyas, and is the establisher of the largest Hindu university, Kailasa's Nithyananda Hindu University in the world, with satellite campuses in 150 countries, and is the establisher of 1,000 plus Kailasa enlightenment ecosystems, the founder and reviver of over 100 Savagnipitas, and the collector of the largest Hindu library with over 1 million books, 1 million palm scriptures, and over 20 million digital books.
So now that we know who the Supreme Parashakti is, let us now experience the manifestation of the extraordinary Shakti of Paramashiva Parashakti by the Gurukul Balasans and the initiated disciples of the Supreme Concept of Hinduism, the Nithyananda Yoga. So we will be entering into the demonstration of these extraordinary Shaktis very shortly. And in this segment, we will be understanding first what are the Shaktis and how we can manifest all of these Shaktis as well, how the Supreme Concept of Hinduism is initiated. All the disciples of the Supreme Concept of Hinduism into these extraordinary powers, and all about how we do manifest them.
Yes. So today, the Balasans, the Nithyananda Yogis, and the initiated disciples of the Supreme Point of Hinduism will be demonstrating and sharing with all of you the experiences and results of the extraordinary manifestation awakened in us through the Diksha, the initiation by the Avatar. And in today's Bhava Samadhi Darshan, all of you will also be receiving the initiations into the third eye awakening and various other powers with the blessings and grace of Supreme Confidence. We will be manifesting the following powers of third eye, which is seeing with the eyes blindfolded, as well as many other powers like the body scanning, remote vision, and much more. And for those of you who might be wondering where the third eye is located and how it works, the third eye is a cosmic browsing center located between the brows, which upon initiation, one can effortlessly express powers and see through the third eye just as you. What exactly are these Shaktis? How they manifest and what is their source? In the Veda Agamas, the source scripture reveals 463 plus extraordinary Shaktis that can manifest in every human being. And the manifesting powers are described as in the Vedas and Agamas as a system, a method, and a science for human beings to explore the various possibilities and powers and have access to various states of consciousness. The Shakti is manifest from fundamental cognition that you are a divine and you need to manifest the divine, not that you are a man and you need to reach the divine. From here, the foundation is that you are Paramashiva. Your unmanifest recognizes that you are Paramashiva, even if you have not yet manifested it. Understand, that is why what Paramashiva is revealing through this body and through the system, through this methodology, and any samyama you do on powerful cognitions, you only manifest Shaktis, powers, not Siddhis. So this is revealed by the Supreme Confidence. Now, many of you might have heard the term Siddhis as a very common term used for any type of external manifestation. So let's look at the difference between Shaktis and Siddhis. So Shakti is expressed from the space of enlightenment as a side effect of feeling connection with the divine and high integrity with the Guru and a source of enlightenment, whereas Siddhis are powers that manifest on purpose or penance for enlightenment and are on the path of enlightenment. And a few more differences are the Shaktis of Paramashiva manifest through ordinary human beings in an extraordinary way after the initiation by the avatar and are permanent, whereas Siddhis are not permanent and may divert you from enlightenment. And Paramashiva, the source of all these Shaktis, is the primordial divinity in Hinduism, the ultimate reality and cause, which is self-effulgent, Swayam Prakasha, all-pervading, unchanging beyond time, space, form, and causality. And as the fundamental base of Avyakta, the unmanifest, and Vyakta, the manifest existence, he performs the Panchakritya, or the 5 cosmic acts of Shrishti, which is creation, Sthiti, which is sovereign rulership and maintenance, Samhara, which is rejuvenation, Throbhava, which is pulling out of illusion, and Anugraha, which is liberating grace for all living entities. And now, the avatar of Paramashiva, the supreme point of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasamidana, His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam, has come down as the 1000th incarnation and representative of Kailasa, an ancient enlightened Hindu civilization in the great cosmic world distribution. And ever since the beginning of it was lived and taught as a lifestyle. And for the first time in modern day, the supreme point of Hindu dividing these yogic sciences and transmitting it to the world as record-breaking thing which is never accomplished before. And all of this knowledge and these sciences are passed down from one generation to the next through the science of Diksha, which was initiation by enlightened gurus. And the supreme point of Hinduism, being recognized as an incarnation at a very young age, was trained and taught these sciences to revive the initiations and knowledge repositories for billions to manifest the science of manifestation from the disciplines of Vedanta, Tantra, Sri Vidya, Yoga and Yogic powers, Mantra Shastra, Siddha Vidya, science of Aushadha, Advaita, Bhakti Yoga, Paramashiva Jnana, Paramashiva Vijnana, and much more. So now how we can awaken these divine Shaktis in us? How can you manifest these Shaktis yourself? The supreme point of Hinduism beautifully says, every ultimate truth, Jnana, is mapped into your consciousness, Prajna, and manifests as a possibility and power of every being, Prajna.
Diksha.
And the science of power manifestation is authenticated through 4 aspects of evidences, or pramanas as said in Sanskrit. So the first is the Shastra Pramana, which are the eternal, unchangeable truths revealed in the source scriptures. Next is the Apta Pramana, which are the experiences and results of Aptas or authorities of Hinduism, where the Vedic rishis and scientists have time tested and verified these sciences. The next is then the Pratyaksha Pramana, which is the empirical evidence from observation and scientific experimentation. And now some of you might be wondering what exactly are these Vedas and Agamas, in which Paramashiva has described all of these sciences in a very elaborate way. So the Vedas are the ultimate superior authority for Hindus, and they are pure science where the ultimate truths are explained. And the Agamas are the scriptures where the applied technology and the applied sciences are expanded. So the Vedas and Agamas, the Veda Agamas, are given the status of Shruti as they are directly revealed by Paramashiva. They are the ultimate, eternal, unchangeable truths. And a reference cited from these Shastras or source scriptures is called the Shastra Pramana. So now, let us all get ready to witness a very unique and very exciting demonstration of the power of third eye after we go through the Pramanas for the power of third eye, which is seeing with eyes blindfolded. So the Shastra Pramana for the power of third eye comes from the Jnana Tantra. Kapalantarmanonyasya tishtannilitalochanaha kramena manasodadyat lakshaye lakshyamuttamam. And the translation for this verse is, by fixing the mind on the inner space within the crown center and sitting stably without any movement, having the eyes closed in succession, by that stability of the mind and inner space through the power of the third eye, one directly sees the ultimate goal Lakshyam by having the vision beyond the sight that reveals any object or place, attaining the space of oneness with the source, Paramashiva. Bhagavad Gita, behold Bhagavan Krishna's Vishwarupa Darshan, the vision of his cosmic form. Bhagavan Krishna beautifully says to Arjuna, Natu maam shakyase drashtu manenaiva sachakshusha divyam dadami te chakshuhu pashyame yogamaishwaram. The translation of this verse is, but you cannot see my cosmic form with these physical eyes of yours. Therefore, I grant you divine third eye vision. Behold my cosmic opulence. So this is from the 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, which contains a description of Bhagavan Krishna's cosmic form. And it is completely narrated by Arjuna as he sees Bhagavan Krishna through his third eye. And the next is the Atma Pramana,
Inside and outside broke.
Supreme Point Hinduism beautifully shares. The first that I was able to see everything around me, above me, the whole 360 degree, and directions, below me, everything. I realized not only I was able to see, I was able to feel and experience all of that as well. And the next is the Pratyaksha Pramana. So all of you can see here study measures were done on the brainwaves of the Supreme Point Hinduism himself using a positron emission tomography, a PET scan. And it was measured that when doing daily activities, there is high activity in the brain where the third eye is located, and when in deep samadhi state, only the third eye region is active and almost 90% of the rest of the brain is active. And we will now be getting into the Sakshi Pramana, the power. Yes, so now let us get into the live demonstration of this power. Yes, so here I have this IBAN with me, which is certified by ophthalmologists. It is a thick, opaque plastic sheet, and in the back there is thick black sponge, which will not allow. And into these two sockets over here, my eyes will be going into, and it will also be covering the bridge of the nose. So this IBAN will be put on my eyes by a volunteer. And once that is done, any of you watching us live on YouTube, you can put your comments in the live YouTube comment section, and I will be reading out your comments. Now this IBAN will be put on my eyes. Yes. So now the IBAN has been put. You can move a little to the left. Yes. So now the IBAN has been put. I will be turning to my right, left, up, and down. So all of you can see that the IBAN has been put. There is no gaps anywhere. And now the YouTube comment section will be projected in front of me, and any of you will also be projecting it for you. And any of you watching this right now, you can put your comments in the live YouTube comment section, and I will be reading out the comments. So we have thank you Rumit, Aya, and Sudama for becoming members of the Kailasa, and we welcome both of you to the Kailasa. And Rumit Lolaya has a green badge and Sudha Uzama has a yellow badge. And both of their names has come in a green box. And Rumit Aya has become a member of Ikailasa Silver, and Ma Sudha Uza has become a Ikailasian Bronze. Yes. Then the comments are being projected in front of all of you, so you can all see. And anyone else also watching us right now, you can put your comments in the YouTube comment section. Reading out your comment. You can put anything that you would like me to read. And before that, I actually here have a Guaranteed Solutions book, which is one of Swamiji's books. And I will be opening a random page in front of all of you and be reading the contents of this page. So I will be opening a random page here. So I opened a random page, all of you can see. And now I will be reading out this page. So this is page number 214 and 215. And on page number 214 it says, the key is to understand the difference between doing things with awareness and doing things mechanically and out of fear. Doing things in the former fashion will never be in a better way, will bind you and cause misery to you. You will be a slave. To drop an addiction, flood it with awareness. It will transform in the right way. Remember, never think that you need to drop an addiction. Anything that you resist will persist. You simply need to transform it by deep awareness, that's all. When you understand the language of transformation, you are on the right track. You are on the path of openness. People tell me, Swamiji, it is very inspiring to listen to you talking. Now we have to apply it in our day-to-day life and see if it will work. So be very clear. I always tell only practical things. Never think that I tell things that can't be done in day-to-day life. Actually, all I am doing is repeating the same Vedanta, but in different words. In the modern context, so that you feel comfortable, so that you feel that it is relevant to you, so that you can follow. And there is another thing: if you read these ideas in a book, they will simply be moving from the head to the of the writer to your own head. There is no scope for any experience. But when you listen to these words from the master, from someone who speaks to you from the experience of his soul, they will enter deep into you, whether you are aware of it or not. So you can all see the page. You can all see the And yes, anyone who would like to put your comments, you can put your comments. Yes, we have a comment from our Stephanie Dieters who has put oily lady moonlight warm band and then a dog emoji, which it's the dog which leads blind people, that kind of dog. And there's one word or which I'm sure is a different language, and maybe even home. BOM is a different language. So it's COLLIE, and then Lady Moonlight, and then VOM, and then BRU with 2 dots on top, then GGENER, and then land, and then the dog emoji. Yes, we are projecting comments for you all, if you can see. So all of you can see the comment from Master from Jesus. Yes. So now, with that, I request the volunteer to now remove the eyeband. And we will now be moving to the next power, the power of body scanning. So anyone who would like body scan can put your comments in the YouTube comment section. Or if you can see the eyeband moving. Okay. So or if you can see the eyeband, it's just as it was before. And now we will be getting into the next power, the power of body scanning. So anyone who would like a body scan can put your comments in the YouTube comment section, and we will be doing a body scan for you after going through the pramanas for the power of body scanning. So the first, the Shastra Pramana for the power of body scanning comes from Nithyananda Paramashivam. Swadehe jagato vapi sukshma sukshmatarani cha tattvani yani nilayam dhyattvante vyajyate para. And the translation for this verse is: cognize deeply from the subtlest constitutive principles of your whole body, Swadeha, or the whole universe simultaneously consists of the essential reality. They are being absorbed in their source cause, Paramashiva. By the experience of such restful awareness, one becomes complete from all thoughts, and the ultimate universal divine power, Paradevi, Adi Shakti, is revealed, and supreme power manifestation happens. And the next, the after Pramana for this comes from the life of Siddha, whose name is Tere. And he was one of the prominent disciples of Agastya. And one day a man suffering from severe headache comes to Agastya for healing. And Agastya then uses the power of body scanning and identifies the root cause of the headache. He reveals that there is a small Tere, a type of frog, sitting in the person's brain. And Agastya immediately instructs his disciple Tere to perform an open head surgery and remove the frog. And once the surgery is completed successfully, the person is healed and cured of a headache, and thus Tere gains his name. And then the next is the Atma Pramana, which was revealed by the Supreme Pontiff Hinduism himself on the 22nd of December 2019, of how he uses the power of body scanning. Paraphrasing his words: only when I had the multiple compound hand fracture, I was forced to go for surgery, and therefore for medical checkups related to that. At that time, they detected heavy metal quantity in my different organs. It was revealed that I had been poisoned without our knowledge. I immediately used diagnostic methods instead of medical facilities to study the body condition due to the poisoning. Through body scanning, I found out imbalances had happened and where balances had to be done. I used allopathy as a second opinion to verify my findings. And the next is the Sakshi Pramana, which all of you can see here. Here are just a few sharings, but around the world, thousands have experienced the power of body scanning and manifested it successfully, and even all of you will be able to manifest this power and all other powers as well. So now let us see a live demonstration of this power of body scan. So anyone who would like a body scan can put your comments in the YouTube comment section, and we will be doing a body scan for you. Yes, so Rahul Aswaniya has put, I'm interested in body scanning and to know what is the incompletion in wealth consciousness. Yes, Aya. Now I will be doing a body scan for you, Aya. Rahul Aswaniya. Yes. So Rahul Aswaniya, what I was able to see was that with manifesting money, you actually don't have a problem. You are manifesting money really well. But what I was able to see was even with that manifestation, you are still having some insecurity and some doubt whether that will be enough. You actually do have enough, and you, in a way, if you think, feel that it is a really good amount. But if you see deep in the future, it will be less. You have some doubts and fears and insecurities that whether in the future you will need, if it will be enough. So that I was able to see as a solution, what Parameshwar revealed as a solution was to just unclutch every day. Just remember that, first look deep within and see that, find where the insecurity is, and remember that in your third eye, and with your third eye, just through the space of oneness with Swamiji, just complete with that incompletion and that doubt, and that will help in your wealth consciousness. So this is what I was able to see for you, Aya, Rahul Aswani, Aya. And Ma Celine, Yulami has asked for a body scan for your incompletion with food. Yes, Ma, now I'll be doing a scan for that. So, Masina, what I was able to see for you is that your incompletion or whatever you feel, it is not directly actually with food, but it is actually something with your body. So you feel, you have this, you are very conscious about your body, and with that is being projected on the food, and you are thinking it is incompletion with food. But it is actually your what you your incompletions or the things that you take for your body to be healthy, or even sometimes just to be you're very conscious about yourself, and due to that you feel sometimes that some type of food is not good or it's good or anything. and you're having incompletion with food, but it is not directly related with food. It is actually related to your body. And so I was able to see, just do completion with yourself, and you will see that your whatever you eat, of course, you should have a healthy diet, but you will not feel very incomplete about what you eat. You will actually feel satisfied. Even if you have less, you will actually feel satisfied with whatever you have. So this is what I was able to see for you. And if you're able to relate, you can get back in the comment section. And even Rahul is one year, you can get back in the comment section if you're able. And yes, with that, I thank all of you who have joined us for this power manifestation segment. And we will now be moving to the further segments of this program, where all of us will be learning more about who Bhagavan Venkateshwara is. We will be learning about the world today versus Kailasa today, and about who Bhagavan Venkateshwara is. So let us first look at the world today versus Kailasa today. All of us know that in the world today, due to the pandemic and various other natural disasters, unnatural disasters, and a lot going on, the world is suffering. And so let us see what Kailasa has to do for the world during these times of crisis. So all of us, as I said before, all of us know that the world is going through a lot of crisis. And here you can see how 18 years of growth was wiped out in just 2 months. So here you can see a UK monthly GDP index, which shows how 18 years of growth was wiped out in just 2 months. And the ONS figure implies that the levels of total 2020 was back down to where it was in 2002, implying that there was an astonishing 18 years of growth that seemed to disappear in just the year of 2020. And the spiritual solution, Kailasa, you can see that the economic history, Hindus were contributing to over 40% of the world's GDP. And yes, now let us learn more about who Bhagavan Venkateshwara is. So Venkateshwara is one of the most powerful modern day incarnations. Mahavishnu came down as Sheshadri and Bhudevi took birth as Padmavati. And they got married and stayed in planet Earth, on planet Earth with the body for at least 200 years, and created a beautiful kingdom, blessing the devotees with wealth, health, and all the auspicious things. And he decided to stand in Tirumala, making himself available to all devotees. Venkateshwara just became a deity. The very body of how he is standing now, he just became like that, the Archavatara. And the Archavatara means the incarnation in the form of a deity to receive all the worship and devotion of devotees. So Srinivasa became Archavatara, standing in Tirumala, embracing the whole world and the whole universe, showering wealth, health, and all the spiritual benefits. And Venkateshwara also has the Shri, which is Devi Mahalakshmi, the goddess of wealth and prosperity, within his chest. And there is actually just one jewel which Bhagavan Venkateshwara is wearing, which we are still not able to put any value for it. So on Venkateshwara's right chest, he is having the world's costliest jewel, and he wears it on the Vaikuntha Ekadasi day on the Srivatsam on his chest. And that jewelry is called the Vaidurya. So the Vaidurya diamond, it is at least 1,000 years old, which is older than a normal diamond. and supposed to have come out of the Bhagavan Venkateshwara is wearing. And here we actually have a story which describes the power of the energy field of Tirupati. So Ramanuja, who is a great enlightened master, was staying for many days in Tirupati Tirumala with his disciples. And one day Ramanuja was then getting ready to, he was getting back. He packs his bags and some food and walks all the way down for the full day along with his disciples. And in the evening they began to open their food for eating. But they found a lot of ants in the food. So the disciples started cleaning all the ants so they could eat. But Ramanuja just stopped them and said, no, don't do. He just packed the whole food safely, not leaving even one ant outside, and walked back all the way up the hill without having any food, especially in the night. All the disciples were wondering what exactly had happened. And after going to the top of the hill again, Ramanuja opened the food and said, now leave the ants here. Because we don't know how many janmas, the lifetimes, they meditated and did punya to take birth in the presence of Tirumala, the energy field of Venkateshwara. We have no right to take them out of this energy field and leave them somewhere else. So even when masters become deities, siddhas come to live around them in their presence. So when deities become masters, naturally all the siddhas and all the higher level beings come to live around them. And beautifully, Shastra Pramana describes about Bhagavan Venkateshwara, and it comes from the Narayana Suktam verse 1. Sahasra Shirsham Devam Vishwakam Vishwashambhuvam Vishwam Narayanam Devam Aksharam Paramam Padam. And the translation is, this universe is the eternal being, Narayana, the imperishable, the simple, multi-headed and multi-eyed, omnipresent and omniscient, the resplendent, the source of delight for the whole. The Brahmanda Purana, which contains the Sri Venkatesha Sahasranama, 1008 names of Lord Venkatesha, is a conversation that occurs between sage Vashishta and sage Narada. And it also contains the Venkatesha Ashtotra Stotram, which is the 100 names of Venkatesha. And one of the verses from the Brahmanda Purana also says, Trite Dunarasimhobu Tretayam Raghunandana Dvasudevascha Kalo Venkata. And the translation for this is, in the Krita Yuga, Lord Narasimha; in Treta Yuga, Lord Sri Rama; in Dwapara Yuga, Lord Sri Krishna; and in Kali Yuga, Lord Sri Venkateshwara, are called the Pratyaksha Daivams, the living deities.
Venkateshwara is the very muscle memory of the Supreme Concept of Hinduism. In the words of the Supreme Concept of Hinduism himself, describing the connection with Bhagavan Venkateshwara, I have a very strong connection with Venkateshwara. My mother came to know that she was carrying me when she was at a pilgrimage to the Venkateshwara temple in Tirupati. She did the Anga Pradakshina, the circumambulating the temple by rolling on the floor around it. And after that, she vomited. Usually people vomit after the Anga Pradakshina. They gave her the prasada, the consecrated food of the laddu, the fried Indian sweet. And after that also, again she started vomiting. Then the elders saw the pulse and confirmed that she was carrying. The first sweet I got is from Venkateshwara. I have a strong connection with Bhagavan.
And in the Vishnu Sahasranama, Parashakti verse 6, it beautifully describes benefits of worshipping Bhagavan Venkateshwara. It says, Yasha prapnoti yati pradanyameva cha achalam shriyam apnoti shreya prapnoti amuttamam. The translation is, he becomes endowed with great reputation and becomes the foremost amongst his kith and kin. He acquires undiminished wealth in this world and unexcelled prosperity in the other world, which is liberation. Bhagwan Venkateshwara bestows all the Ananta Kalyana Gunas, the divine auspicious qualities, and the one who worships him will be showered with abundance in wealth in all the other dimensions of life.
In today's darshan, Bhagavan Venkateshwara would be manifesting through the Nijavatar of the 1008th living incarnation of Paramashiva, the supreme concept of Jagat Guru Mahasantan, whose divine holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. You can receive the blessing and initiation to awaken the wealth consciousness in you.
So, in the Vedic tradition, we have two dimensions of wealth creation. First is the Shankanidhi, and then the second is the Padmanidhi. So, the Shankanidhi means conquered wealth, which is conquered from natural sources, and then it is like a lotus created. So, the Padmanidhi is your gods representing wealth, Kubera and Lakshmi. So, Kubera hoards wealth and he sits on wealth like treasury and stock market, etc. Kubera enjoys the subtle power that holding wealth can bring. And Lakshmi represents the wealth that is flowing, circulating, which is like current. She uses the wealth. Lakshmi creates wealth effortlessly and distributes it unconditionally.
In the Vedic tradition, there are two major gods that represent wealth. One is Kubera, and the other is Lakshmi. Kubera hoards and holds the wealth and sits on it. He is a treasure, the stock market. Kubera enjoys the subtle power that is holding wealth and that holding wealth can bring. And Lakshmi represents wealth that is flowing, circulating, current. Lakshmi uses wealth to enrich herself and the world. Lakshmi creates wealth effortlessly, uses it freely, distributes it unconditionally.
So now let us see wealth creation in the Hindu way. So life can be equated to two things. One, the ability to achieve what you want in the inner and outer world. And two is getting stuck in both the worlds. So these are the only two equations.
Everybody wants wealth, but they do not increase the life in them to the level that they want to. Wealth can be equated to the life energy that is expressed in you. It is a straight equation because as a noun, a normal man has wealth as the first priority in the life. So if you do not have wealth, don't blame anybody. You are not expressing life in you. Life energy is not happening in you.
And creating wealth is an intrinsic part of life. Krishna says very beautifully in the Gita, "No gatihi." The universe by itself, by its nature, where if you have at least the goal of creating wealth, you will be creative. Your energy will be channeled properly. The first priority in life should be for moksha, enlightenment. Till that happens, the second priority can be creating wealth.
Creating wealth makes you non-violent because your whole energy becomes creative. Creating wealth brings tremendous interest in life and non-violence.
And wealth is not just an object or a thing to be achieved. Wealth is an extension of you. Anything that adds to you is wealth. The quality of your health you enjoy, the state of your relationship, the fulfillment you experience in your career, and your mental state, and your sense of inner fulfillment. All of these are measures of the success with which you have created wealth in your life.
Wealth is not even just money or currency. Money is one type of wealth. Currency is another type of wealth, and the assets are one more wealth. Being alive and active is also another wealth. All the four put together is wealth. Money, currency, assets, being active. Wealth is neither bad nor good. It is simply a utility.
And wealth consciousness means making a clear decision to break out of the myths and mental patterns that impoverish us and draw us again and again into the poverty cycle.
So, as the Supreme Pontifical Buddhism has always said, you do not manifest your desires, you manifest your cognition. What you cognize and perceive as reality is what you manifest. That you manifest exactly what you believe.
And many of us say, I really desire wealth, but deep down you believe wealthy people are arrogant people or bad people. They do a lot of wrong things. And if you believe that wealthy people are arrogant or bad and wrong, and they do many wrong things and they exploit others, then if you have that belief, how are you going to manifest wealth in your life?
Your perception is the material out of which your reality is made. If you desire wealth, but you believe deep down, you perceive, you cognize that wealthy people are bad, or wealth is too much responsibility, naturally you will not manifest wealth in your life. The gap between your desire and your perception is called the mental pattern.
So let us now look at all the beliefs that you carry about wealth.
So one of the most common beliefs that people carry about wealth is that wealthy people are arrogant or bad people. And you carry this deep resistance of wealth inside of you, leading you to not accumulate wealth. And even if you accumulate wealth, you will carry the guilt of having this wealth.
But the truth is that arrogance does not come by wealth. Arrogant people will be arrogant whether they have wealth or not. Arrogant means behaving as if you are more important than or know more than other people. But we wrongly associate wealth to arrogance and create a pattern that starts hating wealth as well, the same way we hate arrogance.
Another common belief that we carry about wealth is that poverty is good. Deep inside of us, we label poverty as a good quality. We feel reverence and respect for poverty. Then how are we going to generate wealth if we poverty so highly?
And another common belief is that handling wealth is more responsibility. We may feel uncomfortable that whatever I want, I will not get. You maybe actually came to this conclusion by looking at some wealthy people who did not have time for themselves. That is the truth.
So more inadequate beliefs that we carry about wealth is that making money is a sin. However, the truth is that you can create as much wealth as you can celebrate it, share it. Wealth consciousness is life. High creativity with high responsibility. And another common belief is that wealthy people work smart, not hard. However, don't be too lazy to bend your body and mind to realize your dreams. Read the stories of any famous millionaire today, and you will see that wealth does not come from a genie in a bottle. It comes from hard work.
And another inadequate belief that many of us have on wealth is that you have to be worthy of it. But the truth is that wealth serves those who are wealthy in their very consciousness. It does not matter whether you are worthy or not.
segments, we will be understanding the secrets of attracting wealth as revealed by the Supreme Consciousness itself. So anything that you cognize, you create a certain energy field about your cognition, people, everything around you, to make that cognition into reality. All you
And your mental patterns goes on affecting you, but you always tell, I am too busy to repair myself. It is like sitting in a broken car and go on be rotating the handle, pushing and pulling the gears. You can do whatever you want. You are not going to move even an inch. And if somebody comes and says, "Why don't you repair your broken car? You're not moving." You say, "No, no, no. I'm too busy to repair. I can't get down now and repair because I'm hardly going to some place." But that is utter stupidity.
So, first thing that you need to understand that it is possible to generate, create wealth in your life. You may be desiring to have wealth, but you may not be believing or perceiving and cognizing it as your possibility. The first and foremost important step that we need to do is create an energy field of attracting wealth.
So now let us all watch a satsang where Confucianism speaks about the secrets of attracting wealth.
The first step we need to do, looking back, the gap between your desire and your cognitions, how you started perceiving wealth, money, how you started perceiving. I can tell you a small story. First time, how I was introduced to money and started interacting with money. I still remember my 3rd birthday. Given me a Ganesha who actually ate food. If you have read my biography, you would have read the incident. If you are interested, you can go to YouTube where I have narrated the whole story. I was given that Ganesha as a gift and I was so curious and busy with playing with the deity. And then in Indian village we have a habit, all the family elders will give coins on the birthday as a gift to the kids. So I was sitting and playing with my Ganesha and all the family elders came. I am supposed to bow down to them. It's a tradition. So I touch their feet and they will give money. A lot of money got collected. Must be some 70, 80 rupees. In those days it's a big money. And for a kid it's a too big money. And it was too much of coins and notes, so my father helped me in a hand key. So I looked at him and asked, what should I do with this? He said, you can buy whatever you want. I said, I don't need anything. I only wanted this Ganesha. You already gave it to me. I don't need anything. You want. So I just called all my cousins, brothers, everyone was playing. I grew up in a large joint family. 27 of us grew up together. So it's almost like a one school, small school. So all of them are playing. I called in my loud voice, hey, anybody wants come and take this money? I don't want it. So 4 or 5 kids were running and my elder brother ran fast and took the whole thing, whole hand key. My father told me to tell my elder brother to share everyone, to share with all. I said, I have decided I don't want. And I said, whoever wants, take it. So he took it. How can I interfere in this after that? It's up to him. I will not even interfere, giving any further instruction to how they should share or who should share and all that. I said I don't want. That's my first relationship with money. I still see very clearly that's the same relationship. Still I don't touch money. I don't handle. Never felt the need. Anyhow, I am not saying this should be your pattern or this should be your... I am just giving you an example how I started relating with. So now dig out how you started relating with money. That was actually my completion with money. I touched first time money only to give dana. Still I am doing the same thing. Still I touch money only to give dana. How you cognized money, wealth, what all your perceptions and beliefs and cognitions about money. Let's dig out. Let's get them out first. The moment you remember money, does it bring tremendous pain, suffering, impossibility, all that in you? What is the emotion or energy it invokes in you? So put your pen to paper and just keep writing whatever comes to your mind. If you feel tortured, irritated, the moment you think of money, whatever you think, money is difficult, money is impossible, money is, unless you cheat, you can't get the money. Even if you cheat it, somebody will cheat from you. So much goes on inside you about your incompletions with money. Just spend few minutes and cognitions we have about money. Listen, the first step we need to do now, cleaning up, completing these mental thought patterns, the incompletion patterns related to wealth, and stopping them from recurring. Please understand. Biggest problem is when you do not recognize something as a pattern, it continues to exist in you and recur. Please understand. Recurring. For example, today you remember, yes, I have a lot of incompletions and patterns. Incompletion means, let me define. Your past not letting you live your future is incompletion. It has no logic. Because decide never to love again. Tons of negative decisions, cognitions you make about life is incompletion. I'll give you one small example. 8-year-old kid is in the classroom. Teacher asks, who is the first Prime Minister of India? The kid jumps on the bench and shouts, Mahatma Gandhi. Naturally, the whole class laughs. It's not. Neither is Mahatma nor is first Prime Minister. Okay, let's leave it. When the whole class laughs, she decides never to come in the front, jump up and be active. even after 50 years, if she becomes a CEO of a company, in the team meeting, she will be telling her ideas to somebody else and somebody else will be presenting. Even if she is the head of the meeting, she will continue to suffer the decision she made at the age of 8. How many of you see this is happening even in your life in some form? That is what I call incompletion. Means by Sadashiva in Agama. Sadashiva is the first Guru, Adi Guru. He explains in Agama. Of course, the moment I utter this word, many will have many questions. What? Sadashiva? He was supposed to be God. Was he Guru? He was supposed to be energy. Was he teaching? Let me be very clear. He is the pure consciousness beyond time and space, but he also assumed form within the time and space. The formless came in form many times and taught the great spiritual truths to the world. We should not even use the word was. Is the right word. Patterns known, unknown. Understand, if you know the reason for certain pattern, it is called known pattern. If you don't know, it is unknown pattern. Sometimes you will have a heaviness, suffocation, but you don't even know. That is unknown pattern. Sometimes you know why you are going through what you are going through. That is known pattern. Known or unknown, you can complete. You can be out of it. It is possible. It is possible. I'll explain the science of completion. Understand, this one technique can help you whether you want to get rid of your headache or your whole ignorance and get into enlightenment. Whether you want as simple as healing your headache, complicated as enlightenment. Everything this one technique can give you. This one technique. It's from Sadashiva directly. In the Agama, 94th verse, 22nd technique. The chapter is called Shivajnanopanishad and also called as Vijnana Bhairava. Chittat yanta kritir nasti mamantar bhavayet iti vigalpanam abhavena vigalpair uchito bhavet. You don't have to remember. I am uttering every time so that I will remember. That's all. No, it is just to keep the purity of the teaching. I want all of you to know, whatever I am sharing with you is my personal enlightenment experience, which is in tune with the earlier master's experience. My Apta Pramana, my Atma Pramana in tune with the Apta Pramana, means the earlier masters, the Shastra Pramana. Only that can become your Sakshi Pramana. Never learn from a person who does not have Atma Pramana, enlightenment. He will be only Pandit, repeating. Same way, never learn from a person who claims yes, enlightenment, but does not keep his experience in tune with the Shastra Pramana and shares with you. It's always dangerous. Maybe it must have been good for him, but we don't know whether it is good for all of you. The Atma Pramana should always be acid washed with Apta Pramana, Shastra Pramana. Only that can become Sakshi Pramana, experiential reality for you. Never learn from anybody who has only knowledge, not experience. Same way, never learn from somebody who claims having only experience and does not connect, purify, mitra and presents it to you. There is always a danger. If you don't bother about the Shastra Pramana, you may be having kakka biryani. Be careful. Listen. To keep the purity of the teachings, I keep the original Sanskrit verses. I'll give you the translation now. Consciously feel within the mind stuff of past memories of incompletion with its activities as mind, intellect and ego, me. By contemplating this way in your inner space, attention at the space of past happening, relive these imagined impressions and memories of incompletion, then the mind stop having fully ceased from its present characteristics of forming thought patterns and cognitions is complete. Thus you become complete and achieve the original space of complete completion. Listen, now I will explain. I have read out the translation. I will explain what to do. Now you wrote many of the patterns, incompletions, thought currents you are having about money, ideas, cognitions you developed about money from the young. Do only one thing. Just go back to that same age when the incidents happened in you, the cognition started building in you, the beliefs started building in you, the idea started building in you, the perception started building in you. Relive the same situation. I am not asking you just remember. Remembering means, for example, something happened at the age of 7 which is still hurting you about money. You asked 1 rupee from your uncle and he did not give, but he gave it to his son. It's still sitting and hurting. If now you are 47, this happened 7. You being 47-year-old person and remembering what happened at the age of 7 is remembering. Forget you are 47. Forget who you are now. You may be having millions. Just become that 7-year-old who asked and did not receive. For you that 1 rupee must have been almost life. I have seen people, they develop even wheezing when they were not given as simple as a chocolate or an ice cream by their friend or family or brother. I have seen. Because for a child, go back, forget who you are now. When that incident happened, relive. Just see what has happened at that time. You will see many of the unknown, suppressed emotions will break. And I tell you, many diseases will be healed. Wheezing, just by completion, because many of your diseases have their roots in some of the incompletions of the past. When you relive, many pain parts in you breaks. Pain bodies collapse. The pain patterns melt down, which completes many other issues which you don't even remember. I have seen when people do completion, to complete the wealth related incompletions, suddenly They get into health because the same incompletions which created wealth issues only were creating health issues. When they melt down, people become free even from both. Listen carefully. I'll repeat once more. Now you would have written so many patterns, incompletions, thought currents, ideas, cognitions. Take few minutes. Go back to each incident, each pain, each hurting. Relive. 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 Don't justify what happened. Don't try to console yourself. No consolation will work. No justification will work. Neither nor try to help yourself. Just relive. I've seen when somebody has tears, others try to console. No, relax. You are not more compassionate. Let me do that job. You don't interfere in yourself. That is not going to work. If something has to break inside, let it break. It's okay. When you relive, the powerlessness, incompletion loses power over you. I'll guide you step by step. And I commit with you, I'll lead you all to completion. And I know how to awaken, trigger the incompletions in you and break them. Help you to relive and relieve. I am supporting all of you. Have courage. Let's clean up.
Yes. So the first step that we all should take to manifest wealth is to clean up the incompletions and patterns that you carry about wealth and create the right space and a powerful magnetic energy center in you to attract wealth. Situations and people that support you create wealth like a magnetic energy center for manifesting wealth the way you want. So let us now do a small exercise where you can start digging out all the incompletions that you have about money. Just keep writing whatever comes to your mind. The moment you remember money, does it bring tremendous pain, suffering, or impossibilities? All that in you, whatever is the emotion or energy that is invoked in you, just start writing it down. And the moment you think of money, whatever you feel and you think, whether it's money is difficult, money is impossible, or unless you cheat, you can't get money, or even if you cheat somebody, someone else will cheat from you. So much goes on inside you about money when you think about it. So all your incompletions with money, which you have, just spend a few minutes and write it down. So you can dig out all the incompletions, beliefs, mental patterns that you have, and the perceptions and cognitions that you have about money.
So, yes, let us click and go through this process intensely. Write down exactly what you feel the moment that you think of wealth, of money, and spend time going through and understanding what ideas and cognitions, the incompletions that you carry about money. You just spend a few minutes writing all of those incompletions down, writing all the beliefs, the mental patterns, and the perceptions that you carry about money. Whether it is, again, the example that money is difficult to obtain, money is too much responsibility, money is unachievable, impossible, whatever it may be. Spend time writing all of those ideas and concepts down. Let us spend the next few minutes doing this process. ideas, beliefs that you carry about wealth, let us move into the next step of the process. So each time to identify that incident when the wrong or incomplete belief about wealth started forming inside of you. So you could be carrying, for example, the incompletion that wealth is too much response. You may have seen this cognition may have come from when you were a kid and you saw your father always away from the home, always away from you, and you always felt this is too much work, this is too much responsibility. So this may be one small example of where you might have every cognition that you carry. It will be starting from one incident, one incident in your life, probably when you were a child, where you developed this belief, this wrong cognition. So for each of these incidents, write them down and relive and relieve each incident. So complete what that incomplete. Go back to that age when the incident happened, when the idea or belief or perception started building inside of you. So you were 7 years old and you started developing this belief, and you saw your father leaving you at home and you and your family at home and continuously traveling for work away from you for months. And you decided that at that time, wealth is too much work or wealth is too much responsibility. Go back to that 7-year-old child and relive that moment when you developed this cognition, when you felt that wealth is too much work or wealth is too much responsibility, and relive that instant and relieve that incident. So for each cognition, each belief, write down your root incident and relive and relieve. So we will spend a few moments doing that now and going through this process. Do this process intensely so you can complete with each incompletion and wrong belief that you carry about wealth.
Yes. So now let us move on. So the next step of this process is to consciously decide what you want to manifest in the next 3 months in the wealth dimension. So you can take the next few minutes to write clearly what is your intention. What is it that you want to manifest in the next 3 months in the field of wealth? Whether you think it as wealth, or you may think more than money, currency, a person as the wealth. You might think more than money or currency, a person is a wealth for your life, or situations is a wealth for your life, or for some, being active as well. So people feel even extraordinary powers. Some people feel even extraordinary powers as their wealth. So whatever you want to manifest in the next 3 months, whatever you consider as your wealth and you want to manifest it and attract it in the next 3 months, just pen it down, start penning it down. So you can take the next few minutes to do this.
Yes. So now just spend this time to pen down all of your intentions and exactly what it is you want. Be very specific. For example, if you want to manifest a certain amount of wealth in your bank account in the next 3 months, pen the exact number down. If you want to manifest a certain job, if that's what you consider as your wealth, then pen that down. Exactly. Make sure that you are very consciously putting down exactly what it is you want to manifest, writing down your very consciously. So you can go ahead and spend a few moments to do this.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Paramashivoham. Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham.
Yes. Now that you have written down exactly what it is you want to manifest in your life to be well dimensional, and now that you've set your intention, let us move to the next step where we will understand exactly how we can manifest our intention in the dimension of wealth. It is only by Guru's grace that we can manifest anything that we want in this life.
So, with deep devotion and oneness with the Guru, you can complete all the binding foundations on wealth and manifest life with prosperity and abundance. And beautifully in the Guru Gita, Paramashiva describes importance of the Guru. So let us look at a few verses. This is the 23rd verse. And it says, Gukar Sakam Brahma Gurareva Yaha.
And the translation of this verse, the syllable Gu is darkness and the syllable Guru is said to be light. There is no doubt that the Guru is indeed the supreme knowledge that swallows the darkness of ignorance.
And the 18th verse of the Guru Gita says, Guru Murtim Smare Nityam Guru Nama Sada Japet Guru Ragyam Gurur Agnam Prakurvita Gururanyanna Bhavaye.
The Guru's command. Think of nothing other than the Guru.
Seventh verse of the Guru Gita says, Sarva Papa Vishuddhatma Shri Guru Pada Sevanat Dehi Brahma Bhavedyasmat Tvakri.
And the translation of this verse, out of compassion for you, I shall tell you how the embodied soul becomes Brahman, of all sins by serving the feet of the Guru. Is a Guru. The Guru is not a Vyakti, a person as you imagine. He is a Tattva, a principle. He is simply a physical representation of the divine. In the Vedic tradition, the spiritual teacher is worse than God himself. God is always and everywhere, but it is the Guru who opens the disciple's eyes. Guru is the doorway to one's own experience of the divine.
Embodiment, the manifest form of God, Paramashiva. And the God, Paramashiva, is the unmanifest form of Guru. So God is the state of Guru, and Guru is the statement of God. Gurus are the manifestation of Paramashiva, and Paramashiva is the unmanifest existence of the Guru.
And Guru Bhakti is into the Guru, which Guru Bhakti is intense, pure existential energy, which can liberate you from all known, unknown, and unnecessary delusions. The pure faith of devotion to the Guru. You can complete all of your incompletions with wealth and manifest better eating.
With the blessings of the Supreme Point of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasanidan, and His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, a group of disciples have been initiated to have the Sarupya of Venkateshwara, the embodying the grace and form of Venkateshwara. So any questions or prayer is taken to Bhagavan Venkateshwara, and Bhagavan Venkateshwara responds through the initiated disciples.
You can go ahead and ask your questions now and fill out your prayer to Bhagavan Venkateshwara at tinyurl.com/dayreading, DEITYREADINGS. So you can go ahead and take a few moments to fill out your questions, your prayer requests to Bhagavan Venkateshwara, and then we will be entering into the Venkateshwara reading shortly.
There are some gods, 9 unknown gods. The moment you call, they will be there. Venkateshwara, Balaji. I tell you, people give so much for Venkateshwara because he does the job. He is the 9 unknown god. There is a village folk story where
Venkateshwara borrows from Gupta for his marriage. This whole story, beautiful story of Venkateshwara is an amazing concept. He is making Yaksha into Lakshmi. He is making the reserve to reserve. It's an amazing truth.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Most powerful, most inspiring, most exciting way to connect with life as the form of mother. Navaratri is the time to connect with Cosmos as mother. Celebrate Cosmic Mother. These 9 days we worship Mother, worshipping Divine Feminine.
யாதுமாகி நின்றாய் காளி, ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி, ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி, ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி.
Extraordinary powers and experiences playfully. Sundareshwara. He is not Shiva as you understand, sitting in the Himalayas, frozen in the ice, in Samadhi. Sundareshwara is an artist with tremendous heart, ready to listen to human sufferings, ready to bend for human emotions. The one and only thing you need to obtain his grace is simple feeling connection. That's all. He bends for anybody, to any level. Even the word compassion is too small. He is still available. Even now, he is there. He assumes human body and relates with you, answers you, responds to you, raises you.
don't know, I was lost. And then he was done speaking, and just tears just started pouring out of my face. I'm just like, ugh, I don't know what just happened. It was just like unbelievable, just unbelievable. I was just, I'm shaking now just remembering it.
I don't know what shifts inside you. It's just, I literally felt the strong initiation happening at that time when Swamiji blessed. I don't know, it just puts you in some different world altogether, and suddenly everything seems possible. Everything seems, like that impossibilities in that 1 second, fraction of a second, that impossibility drops from you. And you just, everything seems possible, that you get into that space of possibility. And I think, that is the greatest, dropping the impossibility really, and something changes in you, something shifts in you. You can physically feel the change. And the energy that is generated, it really, it's phenomenal.
There are some gods, 9 unknown gods. The moment you call, they will be there. Venkateshwara, Balaji. I tell you, people give so much for Venkateshwara because he does the job. He's the 9 unknown God. There's a village full story where Venkateshwara borrows from Kubera for his marriage and he is still paying the debt. Venkateshwara takes the responsibility of reserve to reserve. This whole story, beautiful story of Venkateshwara is an amazing concept. He is making Yaksha into Lakshmi. He is making the reserve to reserve. It's an amazing truth.
காளியின் ஆட்டத்தை ஆனந்தத்தை ஆனந்தத்தொடு ஆடிய ஆட்டத்தோர் உயிருக்குளெல்லாம் இறங்கி குண்டலினி உயிர்ப்பிக்கச் செய்து மாய மனத்தின் இருளை அகற்றி மாயம் அழித்து மங்களம் தந்து குரு பக்தியும் சிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ சக்தியும் அளிக்கின்றேன். மனமாயை விடுத்து குரு பதத்தை பற்றுங்கள். நித்யானந்தமாய் நிஜாவதாரமாய் வந்துதித்த என்னை பற்றி வாழ்வில் எல்லா நலமும் பெற்றிடுங்கள். ஓம் ஓம் ஓம்.
யாதுமாகி நின்றாய் காளி, ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி, காளி ஓம் சக்தி, ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி.
ஓம் 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 ஓம்.
Here is the Osasa. How can you be lucky and have a happy life? Yichi, my guru is His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Since I was very little, I already wonder what life for. I really want to know the result, the reason. A long time ago, I think if I earn enough money, I will be very happy person, and then life is for happy. I tried to earn money, and then I really rich, but money didn't give me happy. Then I tried to get the happy life in romantic love. The really romantic love take me go lots of place. Too many stories during this time. But I still don't feel I get the result, get the life reason. Then I start study from book, from video, from religion in many different ways. And when I study Buddha, that time I really appreciate Buddha gives so intelligent to me about life. But I don't think study is enough for me. I want to be Buddha. But I don't know how. Who can let me get there? One day I found the video in YouTube, introduced Swamiji in that video. I suddenly, my eyes open wide. I get it. He must be my guru. I can get there. He can let me get what I want to know. And he can take me home, real home. This kind of feeling, then I start studying from Nithyananda Sangha. One day, Swamiji Satsang said he need people devote land, home, money to build up Kailasa. Then I discussed with my husband, decide to give the whole farm to Nithyananda. That time, because both of us believe help Swamiji means help whole world. It's a big decision, but we just discussed so short time already. Decide. I really appreciate my husband love me so much and believe me, trust Swamiji so much. Soon here will be big temple, Gurukul, Goshena, and library. My story to you just means don't give up any chance to be founding father of Kailasa. It's the best thing you can do in your life.
Just be alive for next 3 years. Don't die within next 3 years. Just don't die within next 3 years. Be alive. Somehow be alive. I'm working sincerely. I will reach you somehow. Somehow I will reach you. It's my commitment to humanity. Just don't die within the next 3 years. I will reach you wherever you are, whichever corner of the world you may be. I will reach you with enlightenment. You manifesting the space, state, powers, being, Paramashivoham. It is possible, and it is possible for you. Paramashivoham will reach you with enlightenment science. I know
He is going to do the job. Just be alive for next 3 years. Nothing else.
We get you health. We get you ability to build beautiful relationships in your life. We get you direct spiritual support, and we make sure you become wealthy. We won't stop giving you just good life. We will literally not stop till you live enlightened life. Manifesting the state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, being of Paramashiva. Whole world should become e-Kailashians.
I want the whole world to know Hindus have something great to contribute to the world. We have something great to contribute to the world. Let us do that.
E-Kailasa is proper customized spiritual service helping you to identify your root pattern. We have perfected the science of helping every individual from every cultural, religious, nationality background. You will have lowest reactionary assumptions, highest awakened response, alive response for life continuously. E-Kailasa is enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself in your own home, wherever you are. Proper customized spiritual service helping you to complete with your life negativity. Withdrawal from life, self-hatred, self-denial, self-doubt, so much of tiredness, laziness. We can support you aligning your diet, your attitude, your aptitude, your understanding about life. We can help you with everything. If you are interested in enlightenment, we will immediately bring this to you. If you are not interested, we will explain the whole science, inspire you and make you interested in enlightenment science. We need to get this enlightenment science to the whole world wherever they are. Enlightenment is the birthright of all human beings. Kailasa is the totality of the knowledge I received from my gurus and practice manifested in my life, perfected by teaching millions of people from all cultures, time zones, backgrounds, genders, nationality, race, from every creed. So this absolutely perfected knowledge available to you, served to you in your home without even you moving out of your couch, free of cost.
I mean by the word e-Kailasa? Listen intensely. Enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself, in your own home, wherever you are. If you cannot come to Kailasa, it's okay. Kailasa can come to you. Kailasa coming to you is e-Kailasa. I will revive Hinduism. I am a Hindu revivalist, not by any revolution, but by evolution. And setting model community. Kailasas, enlightenment ecosystems, Sarvanya Peethas all over the world. All powerful cognition, knowledge, only when you live, power manifestation and possibilities manifestation happens. It's a fundamental truth. Hinduism cannot live exclusively as one sampradaya. No. All sampradayas of Hinduism is an ecosystem. So don't keep quiet thinking that if one sampradaya is attacked, only that sampradaya is going to be affected.
So as we are getting ready for the Venkateshwara reading, we will be now preparing ourselves to receive Bhagavan Venkateshwara later on today with the Bhava Darshan. And in order to receive Bhagavan Venkateshwara, let us see how we can connect with Venkateshwara more deeply through the various Bhagavan Venkateshwara.
And yes, in the Tirumala Tirupati temple, the temple where Bhagavan Venkateshwara has himself has become the Akshavatara with his very form. There's a beautiful tradition of the Niluvudopadi where devotees offer whatever they have when they visit Bhagavan Venkateshwara and receive his darshan. They offer whatever they have in the Hundiyal as an offering of their incompletions and karmas at the feet of Venkateshwara. And today, through this offering of Niluvudopadi being made available for all the devotees, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has opened the opportunity for thousands of devotees to offer this and be relieved from the Dopadi, as directly the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism will be gracing us in the Venkateshwara Bhava Samadhi Darshan and accepting all of our offerings and liberating us from the karmas and incompletions that we offer today in the Niluvudopadi. So how can we make this offering of the Niluvudopadi? The procedure to offer: you can dress yourself as Bhagavan Venkateshwara, adorning yourself with all the gold, silver and other jewels that you have. And then after the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, you can spread out a clean piece of cloth preferably a white cloth, in front of Swamiji's Atmamurti. And from the space of abundance, remove all the jewelry that you want to offer to Bhagavan Venkateshwara and place them one by one on the cloth in an organized manner. Take a picture of all the jewelry neatly arranged on the cloth and upload in the form that is mentioned, which is tinyurl.com/Venkateshwara offering. And once you have taken the picture of all the jewelry and uploaded them in the form, you can tie them together in the cloth with 3 knots. Place the cloth with the jewelry which you have tied together in your puja room or locker safely, and do not touch the cloth after you've put the 3 knots, as it contains the offering of all your karmas which you're offering at the feet of Bhagavan Venkateshwara. And you can ship the offerings to the address mentioned here. And the photograph of the Niluvutopri offering with the details of the quantity and weight of the item, material description, you can send it to the address. And you can also tie the Niluvutopri offering in a cloth and place it in front of Swamiji's photo till you're able to mail it. And as soon as the darshan is complete and you're able to mail the offerings, you can courier it to the Nithyanandeshwara Hindu Temple in Los Angeles, and you can submit the details of the items in the form tiny.cc/offerings-shipping-list. And the mailing address for the Niluvutopri offerings is Nithyanandeshwara Hindu Temple, 14071 Peyton Drive, Peyton, Peyton Drive, number 850, Chino Hills, California, 917. And you can courier it to this address, and you can fill in the details on the form tiny.cc/offerings-shipping-list. And if you're offering an equivalent value in cash, you can make the cash offering at gateway.nithyanandeshwarahindutemple.org/NHDLA. So the tradition of offering the Niluvutopri it's a tradition of offering any amount and any item that you wish to offer. The offering of gold, jewelry, precious gems, currency, anything that you wish to offer may be offered to Bhagavan Venkateshwara. And the offering of the Niluvutopri is believed to remove all the karmas of lifetimes as we drop the various attachments and we surrender ourselves at the feet of Bhagavan Venkateshwara.
The next offering that you can make is the Sankalpa offering. You can offer your conscious resolution to Bhagavan Venkateshwara to manifest whatever it is you want. So the Sankalpa is setting up a conscious resolution to, before you start any new endeavor or before you want to manifest anything in your life, you should set a conscious resolution for the intention for exactly what it is that you want to manifest. And when you offer this to Bhagavan Venkateshwara, you will receive these blessings to manifest all of your realities from Bhagavan Venkateshwara himself, the Lord of Wealth.
The next offering to Bhagavan Venkateshwara, the traditional offering, is the offering of the Swarna Ashtotra Kasa, which is the offering of the gold coin inscribed with the 108 sacred names of Bhagavan Venkateshwara, of Srivari. And